Trading the S&P 500 as a collection of individual stocks is mathematical suicide. If you rely on static betas, invisible correlation shifts will silently destroy your portfolio's Sharpe ratio. You are trading a dimensional nightmare, completely blind to the hidden vectors driving market returns. Today, we weaponize principal component analysis to deconstruct the market into pure mathematical abstractions. Consider a highly dimensional equity universe. It is not 500 independent assets. It is an n-dimensional manifold of highly correlated, continuously evolving return streams. We begin by constructing the normalized asset returns matrix, mathematically denoted as X. Each column represents a distinct equity, and each row represents an empirical time series observation. From this raw data matrix, we compute the foundational architecture of systemic risk. We calculate the empirical covariance matrix, denoted as sigma. Sigma captures the exact mathematical degree to which every asset moves in tandem with every other asset. In a sterile, theoretical environment, sigma provides a flawless blueprint for statistical arbitrage. But live financial markets are not sterile. They are chaotic, frictional, and extremely noisy. When we calculate the sample covariance on a highly dimensional, non-stationary dataset, the matrix becomes overwhelmingly corrupted by idiosyncratic noise and spurious sample correlations. Your theoretical matrix is violently unstable, rendering your linear arbitrage signals fundamentally toxic. In the previous part, we demonstrated how high-dimensional sample covariance matrices become fundamentally toxic. When the number of assets approaches the number of time observations, the lowest eigenvalues collapse toward zero. This makes the matrix mathematically singular. Attempting to invert it will exponentially amplify spurious noise, liquidating your portfolio. To survive, institutional quants execute covariance shrinkage, blending the unstable sample matrix with a structured prior. We mathematically pull the extreme, noisy coefficients toward a stable target, governed by a shrinkage intensity penalty, delta. Let us implement the Ledoit-Wolf shrinkage algorithm in Python to condition this matrix for live trading. By calculating the optimal Frobenius norm distance, we aggressively penalize false correlations while preserving true systemic signals. With our well-conditioned covariance matrix, denoted as sigma star, we can finally interpret the market geometrically. Geometrically, the covariance matrix defines an n-dimensional hyperellipsoid bounding the joint distribution of all asset returns. The exact shape, stretch, and orientation of this ellipsoid contain the absolute truth of systemic market risk. The longest axes of this ellipsoid map perfectly to the directions of maximum variance in the market. These axes are the invisible, uncorrelated vectors that actually drive the S&P 500. But here is the catastrophic engineering bottleneck that prevents us from trading this directly. A dense 500-dimensional matrix contains over 125,000 unique cross-asset relationships. Routing high-frequency limit orders across an interconnected web of this magnitude introduces unacceptable O(n)³ network latency. We cannot trade the dense matrix. We must mathematically rotate reality and extract the pure risk vectors. Spectral decomposition is required. To bypass the extreme latency of a dense covariance matrix, we must mathematically dismantle it. We apply spectral decomposition to extract the hidden, uncorrelated forces driving the market. By definition, an eigenvector is a non-zero vector that changes at most by a scalar factor when a linear transformation is applied. In our model, the covariance matrix multiplied by the eigenvector V equals the eigenvalue lambda multiplied by V. The eigenvector represents the absolute direction of a pure systemic market factor. The eigenvalue quantifies the total variance, or structural strength, of that specific factor. Because our covariance matrix is symmetric and positive semi-definite, the spectral theorem guarantees real eigenvalues. It allows us to rewrite the entire dense matrix as the product of its orthogonal eigenvector matrix and a diagonal matrix of eigenvalues. Let us implement this decomposition in Python to extract the structural framework of the S&P 500. We use NumPCA function, which is highly optimized for symmetric matrices. Crucially, we must sort the eigenvalues in descending order. The largest eigenvalues represent our principal components. We have successfully isolated the primary market drivers. But here is the critical point of failure. An eigenvector is a purely mathematical construct. It is a unitless, normalized array. It represents an abstract coordinate in an n-dimensional space, not a capital allocation. If you blindly feed these raw vectors into your execution engine, your algorithm will demand infinite leverage. To survive, we must transform these pure geometric vectors into dollar-neutral, risk-weighted Eigen-portfolios. In the last session, we hit a critical wall. Eigenvectors are pure geometry. Attempting to trade them results in infinite leverage. To survive, we must cross the boundary from unitless mathematics to capital-constrained execution. We accomplish this by transforming the raw vectors into tradable Eigen-portfolios. We systematically divide each element of the eigenvector by the cross-sectional volatility of its respective asset. This critically scales the abstract risk contribution into a physical, executable dollar allocation. Let us deploy the Python architecture required to calculate these portfolios in a live environment. We begin by applying element-wise inverse volatility weighting across the entire eigenvector matrix. Then, we calculate the absolute sum of the raw weights to determine the unnormalized gross exposure. Finally, we divide by this exposure, guaranteeing absolute dollar neutrality and capping our leverage exactly at 1. We now hold a matrix of executable portfolios. The first Eigen-portfolio mathematically captures the dominant market variance. If we plot its cumulative returns, it structurally mimics the underlying index. It is pure market beta. But here lies the fatal structural trap for quantitative arbitrageurs. The primary principal components are macromomentum forces. They are heavily driven by directional market drift. If you deploy a mean-reverting strategy directly on these primary components, you will be crushed by macroeconomic trends. To extract our true statistical edge, we cannot trade these primary factors. We must mathematically subtract them from the market, isolating the strictly mean-reverting idiosyncratic residuals. Trading primary principal components is a momentum trap. We must mathematically strip away the macroeconomic drift. We achieve this by projecting our raw asset returns onto the subspace spanned by the primary eigenvectors. We then subtract this systemic projection from the original returns to isolate the idiosyncratic residual. This residual represents the specific behavior of the asset, rigorously hedged against all systemic market movements. Let us build the Python architecture to filter the S&P 500 matrix into pure idiosyncratic signals. We select k-dominant components and compute the systemic reconstruction via dot product multiplication. The residual matrix, epsilon, is precisely the actual return matrix minus this systemic reconstruction. Visually, consider an asset whose returns are heavily dragged upward by broader market momentum. By executing the subtraction, the underlying structural trend is completely destroyed. What remains is a pure, stationary time series, oscillating around zero and bound by its own variance. We have successfully isolated the statistical edge. But here is the next fatal execution flaw. These residuals are measured in raw percentage returns, carrying vastly different structural volatilities. A tech stock residual swinging by 2% cannot be mathematically compared to a utility stock. If you feed raw residuals into a threshold trigger, your position sizing will be dangerously skewed. To build a robust execution engine, we cannot use raw variance. Normalized z-scores are absolutely required. In our previous session, we exposed the fatal flaw of raw residuals. Their structural volatilities are entirely unequal. To deploy a universal execution engine, we must standardize these idiosyncratic returns using z-score normalization. We transform the residual time series by subtracting its historical mean and dividing by its standard deviation. This mathematical operation normalizes every asset's idiosyncratic risk into a standard normal distribution. A value of -2 now means the asset is exactly 2 standard deviations below its fair systemic value. Let us implement the exact Python architecture to generate these universal trading signals. We calculate the trailing mean and volatility of the residual matrix across the time dimension. By executing element-wise arithmetic, we produce our normalized z-score array, bounded and ready for execution. Visually, the chaotic, heteroscedastic residuals are now compressed into a perfectly uniform probability space. We can now program definitive execution thresholds. For example, algorithmic buying at -2, and shorting at +2. Your algorithmic trading engine is now mathematically sound. Or so it seems. Here is the catastrophic regime shift trap that bankrupts static statistical arbitrage models. We computed our principal components and z-score parameters over a massive, static historical window. But financial markets are fundamentally non-stationary. The underlying covariance matrix mutates during macro-regime shifts. If your PCA weights and z-score baselines do not adapt dynamically, you will confidently trade on obsolete mathematical ghosts. To survive a live deployment, we absolutely must implement adaptive, rolling window recalibration. In our previous session, we witnessed how macroeconomic regime shifts utterly destroy static statistical arbitrage models. To survive a non-stationary universe, we must implement adaptive mathematical memory. We introduced the rolling window PCA. Instead of computing a singular, global covariance matrix, we calculate a dynamic matrix, sigma of t. This matrix is strictly bounded by a trailing lookback window, W, constantly dropping obsolete data as time progresses. By continuously diagonalizing this localized matrix, our principal components dynamically rotate to track structural mutations. Let us engineer the Python architecture to continuously recalibrate our subspace without any forward-looking bias. We iteratively slice the empirical returns matrix, executing our shrinkage and Eigen-decomposition locally at each step t. The idiosyncratic residuals are immediately extracted and normalized using strictly the local window parameters. Visually, as the structural regime shifts, our mathematical basis vectors automatically realign to capture the new reality. Your signal is now completely adaptive, statistically immune to long-term macroeconomic drift. But here is the final, brutal reality of algorithmic execution. Continuous recalibration breeds continuous turnover. If your rolling window is too short, your portfolio will rebalance aggressively, generating massive transaction costs. The bid-ask spread and execution slippage will completely erode your statistical alpha, bleeding the fund to death. Transaction cost optimization and latency-aware routing are the ultimate frontiers of structural alpha. Thank you for joining this masterclass. If you want to survive in the algorithmic trenches, subscribe to the Omnicast network. Like this video, respect the mathematics, and stay rigorous.